Today we're going to be taking a look at my Japanese Larch, otherwise known as Larix Kaempferi. This tree was bought off of eBay, I believe about 8 months ago. It actually came without any wire, it was kind of bolt straight. It was a little bit taller than this as well. I've actually cut it back down to make a new apex. As you can see, I've already got some wire on the trunk there to give it a bit more shape. And this will be the second time I've pruned it since owning it. I've had a bit of a problem with this tree. There's branches stacked on top of each other, which isn't always great, especially when you're trying to get that initial branching. So you'll see in the video, I'm cutting it back quite hard. Essentially, when I took the top off of this tree for the rest of the year, it pushed out low, hence this low branch that I'm working on here. And this all needs to be cut back to internal buds. There's my thinking face. If I let that just grow and grow, that branch will just thicken and thicken, and eventually be completely out of scale with the rest of the tree. So I'm going through and trying to make the best decisions I can with what I've got. That's of course cutting back to buds that are more interior, but also looking at the direction they're going and trying to build up that branch structure slowly. I believe the tree to be about 4 to 5 years old, possibly. As I said, I did buy it on eBay. I actually got it for a bit of a bargain. It was £15 on bids, which isn't too bad considering it come with bonsai soil in a bonsai pot as well. It wasn't just nursery stock. Again, I have to apologise for the recording of this one. My hand's in the way a lot. I've actually cut a lot of that out as well, but I had about 2 minutes worth of video and my hand was just fully in the way. As I say, the setup will only get better over time. Now, I made a mistake when I first wired these branches, and I wired these branches probably about 3 or 4 months ago now. Probably would have been late spring. And the issue I made was, it's called a seesaw effect. So when you're wiring 2 branches at once, so two branches with one piece of wire, you're supposed to anchor off of each branch. So one branch anchors another branch, and you can move them independently. Unfortunately, my wiring technique was a bit of a shambles at that point, so you end up with what they call a seesaw. So when I moved one, the other one would move, and they would just never separate. Also, that left-hand branch was stacked directly underneath another branch, and it kind of ruined the design of the tree going up. So obviously this tree is an early development. It did have way more branches when I first bought it, but they were all in terrible places, or the ones near the top were thicker than the ones at the bottom, and obviously in real life we don't see that with trees, so you have to be a bit strict with yourself, and it is hard at times cutting back branches, especially if you've been growing them for a little while, or you know they've been there for a while, so then just go in and take them off isn't easy, but you have to kind of be strict with yourself, and it's kind of the part of bonsai, right? Discipline. Bonsai teaches you a lot of life lessons as well as minor lessons, and depends how deep you want to look into that. Yeah, I'm just applying a small bit of wire to the branches that I've already cut. As I said earlier, that branch was kind of seesawing with another branch, and now I've got to make that connection back again, but properly this time. Wrapping around the trunk once there, and then around the branch. Again, not perfect technique, but we live and learn. And of course, I'll be revisiting this tree again in a little while. I'm hoping by spring next year this thing's pushing from all the buds that I've cut back to this time. It should be looking a lot better. And there we have it. There's some basic shape going on there. Hopefully it'll keep on improving. Thank you all. I'll see you next time.